Alright boys and girls, so a couple days ago, I made a video about an upcoming game and how the initial trailer, the actual gameplay reveal, and everything else in between that was showcased showed absolutely no progress throughout the 4 years since its development. If you've seen my last upload, go to this part of the video right here. Jean show a timestamp for when I don't give context about the previous video. Okay, now make the timestamp flashing? Now, if you also could as well, make the timestamp, you know what, make the timestamp just golf. Just make it hit a hole in one. Alright, sweet, I think they got it now. So anyways, this is The Day Before, an upcoming MMO zombie survival game that is meant to be releasing this November in 2023. The game is being developed by Fntastic and being published by Mytona, two gaming companies that have not tackled a project this huge. In fact, Mytona is only really known for taking on mobile games, and Fntastic's most notable release is a knockoff version of Prop Hunt. The Day Before, however, blew everyone's mind when it was first announced. In fact, it even received the #1 most wishlist game on Steam achievement upon the initial trailer's release. However, over the 4 years that the game has been in development, and over the 2 years since it's been announced, not much would be released regarding the game, except for maybe like a few skits, like one involved McDonald's for some reason. I don't really know. But the game or the developers would not be held under flack for a lack of transparent development progress. That is, until the release of the gameplay reveal a couple weeks ago. In this lackluster reveal, the most that was shown was the player walking and they were walking, yeah. There was barely any coverage about the actual combat with the zombies or other players, and when there was, it was in a pitch black setting and also against like 4 zombies every 4 minutes of the gameplay being shown. What's worse is that if you match together the initial announcement, the trailer, and the gameplay reveal, actually hold up, Jean, just showcase all 3 of the trailers and put them like in random order, and let's see if the viewer can decide which came out in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Go on, we'll wait. There was also major backlash towards Fntastic when the gameplay reveal was released, as people were able to allegedly piece together concept and cover art for other games and The Day Before's concept and cover art. They were also able to piece together that The Day Before allegedly took portions of Call of Duty Cold War's trailer as well. And on top of that as well, something I missed in my last video, someone left a comment on my video telling me how the map of The Day Before resembles that of Tom Clancy's The Division, and lo and behold, if you look up a comparison between the two, yikes, man. Now we flash forward to the 7th of February. 5 days after the gameplay reveal, Fntastic would make a Twitter statement regarding the backlash and the videos that the creators were making on them. Their response, and I quote, "We live in a time of disinformation and a lack of fact-checking. Anyone can say anything for views and everyone will believe it. Disinformation needs to be dealt with because it can harm not only us, but other indies and small/medium studios. It also has an impact on the members of such teams. After the release of The Day Before, we'll think about how to help novice developers deal with fakes and allocate resources for this. Destroying is easy. Creating is difficult." God, I didn't know, guys. I didn't know that we had such superheroes in Fntastic that want to pave the way for all the harassment indie developers are getting for a game that they didn't make. I don't understand what the disinformation was about. I mean, the only thing I've seen is people making very similar comparisons between this game and other releases. And that's something you shouldn't respond to just by saying what everyone is saying is just disinformation, because there's way too many comparisons to dismiss this as just a simple coincidence and disinformation. There's also people calling The Day Before not real and a scam, but I don't think anyone actually believes that. The actual problem that the people had with the gameplay reveal was that you showcased absolutely no notable features in a video where you're supposed to showcase notable features. If you actually posted a video that didn't involve walking for 90% of its runtime and also showcase some progress you've made with the development over the 4 years, the entire controversy would never have happened. I've also not seen anyone send their audiences to attack the developers behind this game. I mean, sure, there are assholes on the internet that'll do anything and everything to act like an asshole, and I don't want anyone, especially the developers, to be harassed harassed over this. There was supposed to be a but after that sentence, but like, if you are watching this video, don't harass the developers of this game. The next tweet that they released was them asking for a certain amount of retweets so that they can prove that they were actually developing a game for a YouTube video. I don't know why they asked for retweets and attentions before doing that. I feel like if you want to tackle what you call disinformation, you would want to release as much content proving that you are actually working on the game, but whatever, I guess, any publicity is good publicity. So I watched their 6-minute video showing the progress they've made on the game, and it's not that good. It's standing at a whopping 1,500 dislikes on YouTube, and it really doesn't show anything all that outstanding. First off, they didn't for 1 second address the controversy of having extremely similar concept art, cover art, and map designs from other games like SnowRunner and The Last of Us, which is a little concerning, I'm not gonna lie. They also, now that I think of it, showed absolutely no footage of the game being worked on. I don't know why they wouldn't record them developing the game, as they are getting accused of not developing a game by many people. Also, fun fact, they showed no other developer than Dana last name. Maybe also in a developer vlog he would show developers, but hey man, what do I know? I'm just the YouTube guy, don't look at me. Oh, and another fun fact here, but the video uploaded before this one, Life at Fntastic, showed a very, and I mean very small portion of developer work. There was some recording of a motion capture, a less than 10-second clip of modeling, and I also think them recording gunfire. The rest of the video, however, was filled with one developer getting evicted from their own apartment, them having lunch, and then them traveling to freezing weather conditions to develop the game. You know, the most traditional things you would see in a video about developing a game. Anyways, I digress. Going back to the video at hand, they showed two versions of the game, one in 2019 and the other being present, but I actually like the 2019 version more. Although animations, graphics, and really everything felt unfinished solely because it was in early development, I enjoyed the snowy weather aesthetic, the look of the zombies, even the destruction of buildings looked so cool, and it wasn't showcased in the 2023 gameplay reveal. All the more recent gameplay from the video was from the gameplay reveal already released, so we got absolutely nothing new revealed after this video was out. And even the side-by-side comparisons between models and concept art at best had moderate changes, and at worst, the older versions looked better and more alive. The last thing I want to talk about is a trademark dispute between Fntastic and another company, and even though it is funny to hear about and possibly just a scapegoat to push some heat off the horrible reveal, but from what I've seen, this is most likely a true problem for this development company. So after the announcement of The Day Before, a mobile doomsday calendar app run by The Day Before Incorporated decided to trademark their own name. Fntastic claims that their videos were removed due to this dispute, and surely enough, there are some of their videos that are revoked for copyright. But I don't see this as copyright trolls as Fntastic leads us to believe. The company is a South Korean mobile game developer that had their own company incorporated. The earliest I've seen of the company's creation was in 2017, 2 years before The Day Before's development even was a thought. But why did they trademark their company after the initial release of the trailer of the game? Well, one company had to do it. I don't see Fntastic not trademarking their name if available, so that way fake merch, fake spin-offs, or really anything that can destroy the domain's name is non-existent. And The Day Before Inc. is a massively smaller company compared to the literal #1 most wishlisted game on Steam. If Fntastic trademarked first, The Day Before Inc. would have to change their company name, which could be costing in the millions for them. I do hate that this dispute had to happen, and it surely is a headache for both parties, especially the consumer, because this will probably result in another delay until this legal dispute gets solved. But I don't think this was a malicious attack, I don't think this was a troll. This just seemed like who could get the trademark first to not lose money, and unfortunately for Fntastic, The Day Before Incorporated got to it first. This will probably be my last video on The Day Before. My expectations for this game are very low, and I genuinely have little to no interest in playing this game solely because of how Fntastic treated their title. I do hope that the game gets to release in a moderate success. That way the company's reputation isn't in the gutter and all the people behind the company aren't just like people who claim that their game is the most revolutionary game out there, but in reality they just release a shit show. And I also want the people who wanted this game to get a somewhat good release, but I'm just not sure if that'll happen. But what did you guys think? Are you excited for The Day Before? Do you not want to touch it? Leave it down in the comments below. But other than that, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.